The very last FUTV live show of 2023. Welcome along, everybody. Here is your up-to-date last day of the year news from everything Manchester United. Surely this football club couldn't drop something on us right now on the eve of a New Year celebration. Surely not. Well, not quite. They didn't throw the old Christmas Eve one at us on this one, but Sir David Brailsford was in work at Carrington today, believe it or not. So they could have tried something, but there is news surrounding Manchester United. Raphael Varane, new contract situation going on right now. We'll dissect that. We'll drop into all the details on that. There's a lot more to it and not as it seems from first look. So let's get into that. We'll get your opinions on that, obviously. Talk over everything else that's been going on today. I'll actually discuss what I was discussing this morning on the show. If you wasn't already tuned in for that one or not up early enough after a late night, maybe the night before. And then we'll get into some thank yous. I want to mention a few people and obviously have a little bit of fun on the last stream of the year to finish the show up as well, everyone. But yes, it is Forever United TV. It's the last one of what has been an absolutely crazy year here on the channel. For me personally, like I said, we will go into all of that later on. I want to get into the football stuff first, but yeah, just excited that we've actually made it to this point and we're looking positive from our own perspective. The football club, on the other hand, yes, well, we might as well start with the negative, which is, Manchester United. You guessed it. Let's get into what is the absolute circus of this football club. Some might say that it isn't. This is realistic football talk, and this is what it should be like for Manchester United. They're going to go into everything contract-wise. We've talked about how Ineos would approach things, the termination of contracts, contract situations with players, things that are not working, righting all the wrongs that have been put in before, and a complete rejig at Manchester United. Well, that's actually coming in to fruition actually today with the news. It is actually looking like things are going to be shaken up a little bit, so we'll get into that. But first of all, guys, obviously, you do need to like the video. That's very, very important. You're in the room. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are smashing it over this December. It has been a record month, guys, for all figures regarding FUTV. This channel has had its best month, and that's because of you guys. So thank you very much. Let's finish on a high. Let's get that like record in the bag today. You know what? What do we reckon we can get today? Put your suggestions in the chat right now. What is our target for likes for the last stream of the year? Start putting your numbers in now, but while you do it, make sure you like it so it looks like you actually are taking it seriously. And then we'll see what the sort of, let's see what the fair vote is anyway. Let's have a look at it that way. Already creeping up to the 100 mark. I think, do you reckon we can get to 100 before 5 minutes? That will be a record, I know that for certain. So if everyone likes it now, I think we will get to 100 before the 5 minute mark, which will be fantastic. And a massive show of support from you guys. You've always been there. I never doubted you for 1 minute. But yeah, let's like it. Come on. 400, 200 said Alistair. I think we're smashing 200 today, mate. Honestly, we're going to kill it. We are. 400 likes, 300, 350. I say we definitely go between 300 and 400 likes. I think that's a fair amount. What do you reckon, guys? We can do it, can't we? We can definitely do it. 300 to 400 likes, and just as I say that, bang, there is the first 100 likes in the bag. 3.5 minutes into the stream. Booyah! Get in there. Anyway, let's start talking football. Otherwise, someone tuning into the stream will think we're just having a bit of a New Year's celebration. Mr Miracle member, thank you very much for your contribution all the way through the year, Mr Miracle. You've been right there. Wish you all a wonderful and safe New Year celebrations. Keep your well wishes coming in, everyone. I really love that. It's brilliant, and you've all looked after each other in the chat all through this year for me since we've started it off. So keep them well wishes coming in. It just sets a real positive vibe for the stream. I love it. Already over 125 likes. That is a great start. I love that. What a way to finish the year. Football. Let's get on to it. Come on, Adam. This is what it's all about. So, Raphael Varane. Okay, so the situation with Varane is Manchester United are not looking to trigger the 1 year contract extension, the one we spoke about loads of times, the Martial one. We're not extending his. We found that out. He's gone in the summer, thank God. But Raphael Varane is another player that has, I think, going back from previous videos, let's look across the last 6 weeks, for instance, because you'd remember the video that I did of VARANE calling out Manchester United. I want to stay at this football club, and as long as this football club want to keep me here, I am happy. Now, Manchester United, I feel, have countered that. He's come back in the team and he's played well. We can all agree with that. I think United have countered that today with, we're not offering Raphael Varane the 1-year extension on his current deal. We want Raphael Varane to stay at Manchester United, but we want him to stay on a cut price wage package. I researched Manchester United's wages right now. Raphael Varane currently sits second on the highest earners of Manchester United. So what I can see here is possibly a 2 to 3 year deal. I think it'll see Varane's career out, to be honest. And this ultimately is why we will not be seeing Raphael Varane, in my opinion. Did I mention aliens? Happy New Year, Adam, family, and FUTV in the chat. Super chat from aliens. Sorry, I missed that, mate. Please forgive me. But yes, so looking at Manchester United's wage structure, Raphael Varane is on currently £340,000 a week, and that's a basic. That's without any add-ons. So for me, Manchester United's what is a cut price wage? Now, going off how Manchester United were structuring the David De Gea deal, and this is why I think Varane will be gone as well. I don't think a Champions League winner is going to stick around for a project for the rest of his career, which is probably going to take 3 or 4 more years before it actually comes to fruition and we actually start seeing trophies come back in at Manchester United. I think he's going to be gone. I'll just get through these super chats very quickly. Thank you very much, everyone. If Varane wants to stay, great. He's still super useful. If he wants to go, fair enough. He's at an age where we'll still get some money for him. We just want more centre backs in and out. Cheers for that, Sean. Thank you very much. Craig with another super chat says, keep up the fantastic content, Adam. Happy New Year to you. Alien Tenno has just gifted 5 memberships. And here comes the bubbly for the new year, everyone. Yes, thank you, Kaz. Get your orders in now, Kaz. He's going to the bar, people. Liam Lighthouse, DJ United, Paul Vowles, Matt Thrower, and top of the league. I've taken their memberships. Welcome to the membership club, everybody. Absolutely brilliant to have you on board. And thank you for all the contributions, super chats from everyone already in the stream. A happy new year to you. Lovely. Anyway, back into it. Raphael Varane. I feel going down the road of what happened with David De Gea ultimately, I cannot see Raphael Varane accepting anything less than what he's on now. He's at that stage of his career. Super sticker in from Gary100. Thank you very much, my man. Love that. Gray100. Sorry, not Gary. Oop, my mistake. Forgive me. The alcohol's flowing. What can you say? But Varane, for me, no, he's not staying at Manchester United. I think we might have seen the end of him. I think this is Manchester United getting rid of the high earners, offering Varane a contract to happily keep him at the club. But I reckon that's going to be cut by at least half. I reckon Varane possibly, 180 grand a week maybe for a 2-year contract extension, maybe something like that for a year max. You wouldn't mind a player being around on them wages. I think that's fair enough in United's position for where they are. But honestly, Raphael Varane, at this stage of his career, there are offers on the table. Real Madrid are interested in him. Bayern Munich are interested in him. He's guaranteed trophies at both of them clubs. I don't see Raphael Varane hanging around on less wages while a project is going on. He's not at the right age to be starting out a new project, which this is. We are starting from scratch again, unfortunately, everybody. Ten Hag has contributed to what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has contributed to, what Jose Mourinho and Louis van Gaal, and all of the players and all of the mess, all under the stewardship of Ed Woodward, Matt Judd, Richard Arnold, John Murtough, every one of the that was in at United that have contributed and been part of this team and this transfer structure. They've all contributed to us now having to wipe the board clean, start completely over again, and restructure our whole wage at the cost of losing some big name players. Are we bothered about the big name players right now? Some fans will be, some fans won't. Some will just say, look, let's just cut through all of the prima donnas. Let's get rid of the big earners. Let's start producing our own talent. Let's start giving these players what they're really worth. So when you look at this and you look at this news, you know what's coming after this, don't you? Obviously, you're going to start talking on the lines of Casemiro. Manchester United are going to be cutting all of the big wages out of this football club. For me, Varane, just to finish off with him, I think this is him done. And out of Manchester United, personally. I think this is how United are going to do it. They did it with David De Gea. I think they're going to do it with Raphael Varane as well. And I honestly feel like this is the start of a new era for United. But there are going to be some casualties. Varane will be the first. You could say De Gea was the first. Manchester United not looking to spend over the top on players and wages. They're trying to cut the wage bill, maybe so they can start investing. So maybe if Varane looks at this and this deal is in now, and come January tomorrow, all of a sudden, after this news today, I think Varane is on the market. I do. For me, this is like United giving up on the league. This is United giving up on this season now for me. That may sound dramatic to a lot of people, but realistically, looking at where we are, we've already lost as many games as we did last season. For me, like I said earlier on today, that means that we have got no chance of making top four unless United start winning nearly every single game at the back end of the season. We're going to have to win out of the 18 games left, if I'm calculating right, to get where we need to get. We're going to have to win about 14 of them games to get back into that where we was last season point-wise. That's pretty much where we are right now. That's not going to happen, is it? It really isn't going to happen, and Manchester United need to start looking at how they can save money, how they can actually reinvest the money that they're saving. There is big problems at this football club. I'm not saying Varane is one of them. He's one of the high earners. Varane is a mistake from how this club used to run, i.e. what he was offered, what wages. We've seen the bright lights, Raphael Varane, Real Madrid Champions League winner. We got to get him into Manchester United, so we offered him the earth, and he's done okay. He's not been available and not always been fit. So Raphael Varane's time at Manchester United will be looked at as one of failure, really, I would say. Not personally for him, but again, another player that was brought in that really didn't make enough of a difference for Manchester United. And I love Varane, I really do. I want him to stay. I'm going to be honest with my personal opinion on this now. You guys can tell me how you feel about Varane, but for me, if he wants to stay on the cut down prices that the club's going to offer him for another couple of years maybe, then credit to him. That shows real character for me, and that's a player I want in my team. I don't begrudge him wanting to go though, to be honest. He's at the end of his career. He can get more money elsewhere. He could probably go and win some trophies elsewhere. I personally feel like now January's opening up, this news, and it's no coincidence on the eve of January transfer window that this news has broke about Varane. I feel like he's on the market. If an offer comes in for Varane in January, I think Manchester United will take it. I do. I think they'll be able to invest that money into another centre-back somewhere, possibly the likes of a Todibo, of that type of defender, and massively cut down on costing him wages. No one's coming into United anymore for more than 300 a week. No one. You're going to have to earn it. They've already made the mistake with Marcus Rashford in giving him stupid wages now. So I look at it and I'll just go, I want Rafa to stay, but at the end of the day, I don't begrudge him leaving, and I do think he will leave. I don't think there's going to be many United fans either that are going to lose too much sleep over it. I think the anger within the United fan base is going to be more of how have we got to this stage, and now we're having to now offer, embarrassingly, a player that we gave one contract to. We're now going to offer him significantly more just because of the demise of this football club and how it's been run. It's embarrassing from both sides. It's embarrassing what we're doing now, but not as much as what the club was when we signed Raphael Varane. That was the problem. It's not now. I agree with how our approach is right now. We need to cut wages. We need to start acting sensibly. We need to be like everyone else. Manchester City and Liverpool and Arsenal pay nowhere near what Manchester United pay. for this sort of stage of where a club is. City now, yeah, they're paying top dollar, but they're treble winning 3 times in a row champions. They've won everything. So they're starting to offer a little bit more. They can do that now because they've got to that stage. How they've got there yet, that's obviously a different debate, and we don't want to talk about them that much. But Liverpool the same. Look at Mo Salah on less money than Anthony Martial. Proof is there that this system does work. You just have to be strong enough to uphold it. And United right now are in a position where they're making some big decisions. Massive decisions. You go across to Lindelof. Lindelof down the list. He's way down the list when it comes to wages. But 120 grand a week basic for Victor Lindelof. 200 likes. Badushka. 15 minutes in. I think we definitely could be pushing 400 likes here, people. Go on. Give it a like right now. You know you want to. Press that like button. You want to get to 250 as quick as possible. That wasn't me talking. That was your head. So you might as well just press the like button, everybody. Thank you. Moving on. Victor. 120 a week. Seems a lot, doesn't it, to be honest? But compared to Rafa, what's that? That's like nearly 3 times less than what Raphael Varane's on right now. Some would even compare what is their output been. It's been very similar. And you've got a player there on 3 times more. I think Lindelof's been available for more. And we say that now he's having probably his worst run of injuries at Manchester United. But he has got an option to have that extra year. I don't want him to have that. I want him to be gone. But when I look at what the club is doing, I can see the logic in it. We're not going to offer Victor Lindelof another contract because that would mean he would be staying at the club longer. And we need to move on. For me, if Lindelof is going to have that extra year on 120 a week, I can't really argue with my logic of maybe dropping Varane down to 180. You can't argue with Lindelof having one more season on 120. If you are nitpicking at that, then yeah, I think you're in the wrong. I personally just don't like Lindelof. Everyone knows that. I don't think he's any good. I really don't rate him as a defender. He has the odd game here and there, but in his time at Manchester United, it's been our worst time in the club's history, pretty much. And you only have to look at the records that I read out this morning. He has played a big part in that. And that's an acceptance that this fan base has got down to. Seeing people argue Victor Lindelof's case just shows you where we are as a level, as a fan base, and what our expectations are now. And for me, that ain't good enough. It really isn't. Lindelof at 120, one more year of that, not a problem. Varane isn't going to get that 1 year extension. He's going to get a knockdown price. I think will be for an extra 2, possibly 3 years. I don't think he's going to accept it. I think he's going to be gone. We're going to end up with Lindelof still at the club for another year because no one else is really in the market for him. Because like I said, he isn't good enough. And Raphael Varane will be out of this football club. Let's get into the chats. Let me know what you think on that one, guys. There's loads of messages coming in. So I just need to get through all of that first before I got into it. I'll just stop it there. Liam Whitehouse says, if he wants to play at the top level in the Premier League, he will take the pay cut and stay. If not, he rises off. It's not the top level, that's the problem, Liam, like I just said. He takes the pay cut. He isn't playing at the top level. He's competing against the top level, but he's not competing at the top level because that's where United are right now. Nowhere near. That's the problem. Paul Greaves, Ineos are not in this to invest. They are renowned for their policies of cost-cutting and running their businesses on the cheap. Minor minimal gains is what Brailsford is all about, Paul. You are dead right on that. They look at businesses that are struggling. They cut the edges off. They make it run more efficiently and make that business start to turn a profit. Now, I know what you're going to say. It's not a business. Well, it is a business, but they've got nothing to do with the business side of it. They're dealing with the football side of the business. So what can they do? They cut wages. They buy cheaper players. They develop players better. They invest in the infrastructure and the training ground and things like that. So that for me is how this is going to go. And this is a clear sign. The first biggest sign that this is how it's going to go down. A few more. Yep. Lindelof stays at 37-year-old grandpa getting an extension. MUFC is a donkey club. Lindelof stays. Evans stays. Varane goes. Sadly, guys, we have to accept that we are going to have to drop our standards a little bit, unfortunately. This is just a new age. We have just tried to play at a table that our teams and our managers and our infrastructure has not been able to sustain. The Super League was the get out of jail card because we are so crap. That was it. That's why we was all in on that. Right now, the Glazers have pulled an absolute master job out in getting Ineos in, rinsing them of all the blame while earning a fortune in the process and possibly making them more money in the future. The more you look at what the Glazers have done, the more it scares you. But in the business world, everyone is standing up and applauding the Glazers right now. It's pathetic, I know, but that is the reality. Graham, hope you're doing well, Graham. I hope you're having a great New Year's Eve. I hope you're spending it with a family, mate. Adam, you know my thoughts on Rafa. If he could leave now, I would let it happen. I know, Graham, I know you've said it before. I know, and I've just explained why that probably will happen. It is a shame, it really is. It really is. What's this? K Slater 23. There are only 3 players who know what it's like to win at a high level. Casemiro, Varane and Evans. We won our only trophy with him in the squad. Yep. This is where it's going to be. Expect a fall. Expect a fall of Manchester United even further than where we're at now. What this is going to be is a full-on Ineos, Sir Jim Radcliffe PR pitch of a complete rejig. We are coming in to change the mess which is Manchester United. Do not expect anything to happen overnight. We are going to have to go through more pain as a fan base, more banter, more poor results, more players that aren't good enough to be at this football club until the cycle has gone around a few times of Ineos' structure. We are not going to see any change at this football club. This is the start of it now. Fred Fox says, United days of spending stupid money are over. I would think 200k will be top money Ineos pay. 200, 100. I don't know what they're going to do with Marcus Rashford. This is interesting. Like Max is there, Marcus Rashford and Crapcho on 350 bags a week. Their wages isn't quite as straightforward as that. I'll get into that in a minute. I'll be heartbroken if Varane leaves. I'll understand, but I'll be sad about it. Ben DeGoro, that was Stephen Gallagher who said that. Cheers for that, mate. Ben DeGoro, when Varane's gone, so has his leadership off the pitch. We have knowledge of winning as a defender. Our new and younger centre-backs will be losing a massive asset. Yep, I agree on that side of it as well, which is why it will be so hard. It will be hard to see him go. Where are we at on the like count, please, mods? Let's put a little message in just to remind everyone, because we want to get to that 300 mark. Definitely, 291 likes. I think we can get to the 300 mark before the 25 minutes, please. Qatar pulling out was the last nail in the coffin for me. Mr. 25% won't save this club, in my opinion, says Malps. I don't think at my age now I will see Manchester United turned around to be the force that they once was. I don't think Ineos are here for a short-term fix. I feel like it's going to take a long time. You could be looking at another decade before we start competing again under this structure. With everyone's talked about 3 or 4 years, it's going to take a lot longer. It's going to take an awful lot longer. And competing, I don't just mean on the pitch. It's like the infrastructure, the stadium, the training ground, everything like this. This is where Manchester United are completely cut adrift from everyone else in the Premier League right now. How we finance it, I do not know. But cutting off maybe £6 or £7 million a week in wages, there's definitely finance options there, isn't there then? I think when you look at this and what Manchester United can save in wages just by cutting these big earners, they should be able to fund some new acquisitions, or at least start to renovate Carrington at least, and the training facilities. Start to make it look like we are a big club again. That's what's important right now. General Foodie, wow, I don't know what that's for, mate, but hopefully it's for the amount of likes we've had so far, which is over 300 now. So definitely. Malps, agree, Adam, decades and decades. Bernard says, leadership game. Varane looked like Maguire, clueless. Where was this leadership in the last game? Honestly, last game, I think everyone's heads fell off. All the structure went when McTominay came on. there has been moments. I know what you're saying. We can't pick out little games here and there. It's too difficult to do it. It's nitpicking and it's not fair. You got to look at the whole picture. And while Varane's been here, we've not been great, but he did help bring us our first trophy in 5 years. So we have to look at that as well. Happy New Year to Honest Tiger as well with a super chat. Happy New Year, Adam, and all the best for 2024. Have a drink on me. Looking forward to FUTV getting bigger and bigger. Thanks for all your hard work and what you do. Honest Tiger, to you, my friend, salute. Absolutely immense contributor since the channel has restarted again. And everybody else, I love you all. It's fantastic. Bit plonk. General Foodie has just dropped a membership in the chat. Liam Parker has taken the membership. Liam, welcome to the members club, my friends. Hope you are doing well and hope you enjoy what is coming this year for all the extra content and added bonuses for the members. I will be giving you more information as we start the year. So yes, guys, at 350 likes are we now, guys? We've already passed one landmark. I think 400 is definitely on. We are breaking every single record that there is on this stream, I'm telling you right now. Daz Salford, we are way behind as a club, infrastructure, etc. It's a joke. Yes, Aimless says Varane is not a leader. Ramos was the leader in that partnership. That is true on that side of it, but he has got the experience of winning, and his temperament, his experience of being at the highest level, playing the highest level, is always going to help. So let's look at that as well. Let's not just put Varane down in terms of what he's done before, because it was significant, and he's the only player that has ever played at the highest level in this football team alongside Casemiro. Casemiro right now, let's get into him because he's not mentioned yet, but I guarantee with what Sir Jim Radcliffe said when he first came visiting Old Trafford about that signing, Gary Neville's brought this up as well. I think Gary Neville's jumped on to what happened when Sir Jim was here last time, because it's been earmarked as a panic buy, Casemiro. He came in, 60 mil, and Manchester United won the first trophy and got in the Champions League. I think that pretty much paid for that transfer fee, did it not, on what we've got? But some people would say, no, it's still not good enough. Look at him in next season, he's not consistent enough. But Casemiro is the highest earner at Manchester United on his basic, which is 350 grand a week. You literally could be taking away near enough £500,000 a week in Casemiro and Varane alone if they accepted cut down wages. If you, which I think will happen, lose Varane and Casemiro because we're going to offer them this cut down wage package, then you are going to save yourself ridiculously, crazily, nigh on £250,000 a week in wages. Now you calculate that to a month and you tell me right there isn't a infrastructure finance package to redevelop Carrington and make us the best again. First super chat ever for John. Would love to see Ricky on here, mate. I would too, mate. Sadly, I don't work like these bigger channels and gag certain people from doing anything which has happened, just so you guys know. I don't work that way. I'm happy to have everyone on my channel and work with everyone. That was a bit of a problem for some people, but it's not a problem for me anymore, is it? Because I'm not with them anymore. So yeah, little snippet of a little reason why, so you guys are in the know bit by bit as to why I'm now doing my own thing. The stadium and the team and the training ground, 3 billion plus. No one's going to pay that money, but we can finance it. You could literally finance a new training ground if you got rid of Varane and Casemiro. Are we going to miss them all that much? Is it more important in looking into the future and the infrastructure? I don't want to lose Casemiro. I don't want to lose Varane. I want them both at this football club. I think that's the type of player that we should have. Again, players at the wrong end of their career. We've had many of them, and we've acted like a big club by bringing in names that should have been brought in a lot sooner. Di Maria, we lost out to Benfica to Real Madrid, then we got raped by Real Madrid for the price, and he failed. Falcao, wrong end of his career. Cavani, like Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I think Larson, even though he was a great loan, could have got him sooner. What we're looking at now, who else? Like we said, Casemiro, Varane, all these players. Alien Tenno, my member. Ed Woodward done a right number on us. The Bristol Banker boys can F off. Yeah, Ed Woodward did absolutely smash us to bits. Guys, we are creeping up to the 1,000 mark in the room. Share the video and please like it. We've just gone over 400. Thank you so much. That is immense. But if you share the video as well, give it a like at the same time. It boosts the numbers and we may get over 1,000 in the room to finish up the year. That would be immense if we could. But wow, yeah, 400 likes. I can't really ask for much more than that. Eric Tenag got a new 3-year deal. Boom. No, he's not getting that. Getting the Acho over Gene. Don't know what that means, mate. Please try and make your messages very clear about what you're talking about. Dolby is free. I criticised Ricky for his defence of McTominay and I got out in time. Out by the mods. Oh, well. You can't open your mouth on them other channels. You can't say anything, whereas here, you can say what you want as long as it's not abusive, obviously. Honest Tiger with another gifted membership. William, thanks for taking that. Please give Honest Tiger a thank you in the chat as well. And welcome to the Members Club, William. Brilliant stuff, as always. And yeah, I think when you look at it, guys, it's been a horrible end to 2023. It started off well. We got our trophy. Under Ten Hag, it looks great. It looked like we were going in the right place. We're going in the right direction. And it's all fallen off a little bit. I think right now we've got to look at this and go and accept that we have to now look up and try and hope that we can get back to them heavy heights of competing at the top table. This football team, this football club is clearly not equipped anymore. And we cannot no longer class ourselves as a big football club. In history, stature, yes. But on the football pitch, we are done. It's not good enough and it's not going to be any better anytime soon. So for me, I think we all have to accept as a fan base that we have to drop. We have to drop down our expectation levels and accept that Ineos are going to take a long time to bring Manchester United back, if we can get back at all to that top table. It's going to take a long time. Sean M, welcome to the Members Club, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for joining in. We've had 8 new members here on the last stream of the year, and I think in terms of likes, where are we at right now? I'm going to have a little check myself just to see. We're creeping up to 4.5. I think we can actually make 500 likes on this one, guys. Will be a new record. Yes, it will. Paula says the club is a joke. Get rid of Rashford, Sancho, as they don't do nothing. Leave Varane and Casemiro alone. I said a week ago at Radcliffe, going to give some shocks and not for the better. No, he doesn't care. They don't care. And it's always going to be that way when you've got someone like that with their own structure coming in, like Ineos. Everyone has to accept what's about to come. If you go through Manchester United's wage bill, so I've just talked about Casemiro and Raphael Varane. According to the official, Rashford's basic is 300 grand a week. There's probably more on that. And let's not forget, all of these wages are going to drop very, very quickly when we don't make the Champions League, which we won't. Which happens to all the players, and it's written in the contracts. The wages drop as soon as we don't qualify for the Champions League, which we're not going to. And we will end up saving a lot of money. Martial is the next on 250 a week. Jadon Sancho's basic is saying here it's at 250. I'm not sure about that one, unless there's something that has happened or there's a clause in that where it drops down if certain performances aren't met. We don't know. All we hear is what he is at the top when he first comes in. But for me there, what you're looking at straight away, Shaka, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much, my friend. Hope you're doing well, and please enjoy all the perks of being a member of FUTV. More on that to come as the new year breaks, everyone, by the way. But yeah, keep liking the video as well, guys. Let's get up to 500. Let's just do a... If Casemiro and Raphael Varane are not at the club by the end of this season, which I don't expect them to be, Right there, you're looking at £700,000 a week. Marcus Rashford is still going to be there. Nothing we can do with that. Martial is gone. 950,000 a week combined. Jadon Sancho, if he is not at the club, then we're talking into 1.2 million a week in wages saved. You calculate that over a month, what's that? Near enough £5 million a month. If Manchester United can't make something happen financially with that finance, then I would be giving up. We should be able to finance something with that. Where else do we go from there? And a big mistake, and you look at this now, Ten Hag and his panic buys. By the way, everyone, we just got to over 1,000 in the room. Whoop! Thank you very much. Absolutely immense last show of the year. Loving that, people. And I just want to say, I've just got massive appreciation for you all. I lost for words for a second then. But yeah, to get the 1,000 viewers in the room, in the chats for the last show of the year, absolutely brilliant. Thank you. I love you all to bits. I'm going to go for a few thank yous in a minute. But yeah, when you look at it, Jadon Sancho on that £250,000 as well. Antony, 200. Harry Maguire, he's going to be gone soon. Christian Eriksen, 150. And then you're dropping down then. And then you're looking, the likes of Martinez. Martinez on 120 a week. And Mason Mount's on double what Martinez is on. Mason Mount's not going to play in this team. Ineos have got a ton of work to do. And how they do it, I do not know. But with them taking sole control of football, anyone who has got 2 years left on their contracts, I would say, should start thinking, damn, I ain't going to be here. I'm not going to be able to just use Manchester United as a cash cow. The holiday home has closed under Ineos, is what we're saying. No more big wages. No more players stealing a living at Manchester United. It's cut prices. The January sales are on. From here on in, with Sir Jim Radcliffe, Sir David Brailsford, Ineos, we are a different club. We are cut price FC. You're not going to get your lavish shirt-selling players in at Manchester United anymore. Them days are long gone under Sir Jim Radcliffe, I'm afraid. And you know what? Some fans are actually going to say, thank God, this is what's needed. This is what should have been happening a long time ago. Super chat, 144 million a year saved, says Alien Tenno. Is that what that calculates at? Oh. Rudy Boy 1, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a great evening. Guys, we're about to hit 500 likes and break the record. I'm absolutely buzzing with that. Go on, just tickle over so I can see it. Let's make that announcement. There it is. 500 likes in the bag. Over 1,000 in the room with us. What a way to finish the year. And I think it's about time we moved away from the negative. I just want to say some massive thank yous. First of all, Kaz, I just want to say what a year it's been. Absolutely immense. We've had some big decisions to make, and we've gone through it together. You've been fully supportive behind my move away from the United stand and all of the awkwardness, and well, it's just been hard, and you've been there. So I just want to say a massive thank you to you personally, live, so everyone can see it. Little embarrassing, but that's what it is, innit, when you're live and everyone's following you. But yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you to you, and cheers. I'll be down soon for the takeaway to see you in the new year. Graham in the chats, mate. We've been on some days this year, Graham, and without you, obviously, I wouldn't have got some of the tickets. I wouldn't have had them chats. I wouldn't have had that companion for them days. The camera, holding it, filming me, doing all your bits, and everything else which you obviously know about personally between us. Thank you to you. Unbelievable support. Gifted membership there from General Foodie. Thank you very much. I can't actually see who took that membership. I'll just double check. Dafford Horseman. If I said that wrong, I'm sorry. I've taken that, but welcome to the Members Club. Jensk. If football clubs were Pennises United would be short one. What's that? I don't know. Oh, right. Yeah, got you. Sorry, completely ballsed up with that one there. Pardon the pun again. But back to the back to the thank yous. And yeah, Graham, thank you very much. Like I just said then. Ben, all your support behind the scenes, mate. I know you're away on holiday at the moment. I don't know if you're watching, but massive thank you to you as well. You've been absolutely brilliant. Hopefully I have helped you out as well at the same time. Connor behind the scenes of Top of the League, Anfield Agenda and FUTV, and a massive thank you to the main man as well on the channel, Craig. You have been a rock and a massive support over what have been troubling months over the last back end of this year. So I just want to say a massive thank you to you as well. Hopefully your families are all enjoying their New Year's Eve, and we go into 2024 full throttle and smash the living F-bomb out of it, which we will do. It has been a roller coaster and a half, and the biggest one, you guys, the subscribers, the chat, my mods, my contributors. Off the top of my head, Honest Tiger, General Foodie, Daz Salford 69. Oh, there's been so many of you. I lose track. I really lose track, because there is so many that support this channel. And it's because of you guys we are where we are now, in this position on New Year's Eve, with all these new members, all these likes, the amount of people in the room. It's been fantastic. It's been a roller coaster, and I've enjoyed every single minute alongside you. It's been one hell of a ride, and it continues into the new year. And yeah, what takeaway am I having to finish off? It's got to be a Chinese to see the year out, guys, hasn't it? Satinja, Happy New Year to you too, my friend. Much prefer this channel compared to the competition. Yes, agree with that one. Brilliant stuff. You're welcome, General Food. UK Strains as well, mate. Honestly, great mod. And I am honoured to be mentioned within the P word, says Graham. Yes, I'm not going to say it anymore. Stephanie Gray, best mods in the world. I couldn't have done this and moved forward without you guys. Give it a good tickle. That's what we say. James, good to see you in, James, to be honest, mate. I'm glad you turned in. Obviously, Jay as well, who's been on the show. Tim, who was on the show from over in Canada. Doug, regular guests like that. Mike Fergus, anyone who has DM wished me well, offered me help. Everything to get this channel up and running and going along. And yeah, it's been absolutely awesome. There's so many names that I haven't mentioned. It's like it's there. Mark, LFC, not for just this channel, Top of the League as well. Dobe, I love talking to you. I'm glad you started following me on the socials as well, my man. Barry Partington, Downtown Vegas. There's so many names that I love on this channel and just love talking to. And when you see your names pop up and know that you're there for every single stream, it does mean a lot. And I'm not going to forget this. I'll never forget this. Unlike some people who get just too carried away with themselves. But yeah, there is one more man that I didn't mention who is at the games. He just turns up out of the blue, all chirpy, happy. I've never seen this man downbeat once in my life. And that is you, Pete, Mr. Alien Tenno. Get me a Stella, my man, and let's crack open a fresh one and cheer in this new year, my man. Syed, I can see you in the chat, brother. I will see you next week, mate. Me and Syed are doing some more content together as well, and that starts next week, guys, so stay tuned for that. Loving it. But yeah, Honest Tiger, Pete, all of you guys, brilliant stuff. Hope you're well. We've all got our health, and that's the most important thing. And we go into the new year, and we're just going to enjoy it, guys. That's what it's all about. United are just going to keep bringing us down. I'm sorry. I'm not going to excuse my language. I'm not going to excuse my actions while United are playing, my outbursts or anything like that. You're just going to have to accept that I am who I am. And thankfully, the way the channel has grown, I think most of you have. So, let's go. Onwards and upwards. Cheers to everyone. Happy New Year. I'll see you tomorrow. And it all starts over again. But for now, guys, give the video a like for the last time this year. Make sure you do subscribe to FUTV. If you are tuning in for the first time, hit that bell notification button, people. And let's ring in the new year with some new content tomorrow. of FUTV on your screens, tablets, phones, whatever it may be. Have a great new year, everyone. We're out of here, and we'll see you all in 2024. Bye-bye.